or Webasto very kindly have sent me, I think it's an Airtop 2000C to try and fit to this car, because at the moment I've got the heater on full blast. It's just about cleaning the windows or clearing the front screen. I've had to wipe the windows with the leather. You can see up here the pan roof is all steamed up. It's not easy to see out of that. I'm not comfortable driving with the windows steamed up like this. So the heater that Webasto sent me, with a bit of luck, I was going to do it myself, but Lancia Leisure motorhome conversions, they want to do it for me, and who am I to say no? But we'll see. So that's in now, the pipe's in, is it? Or?
No, it's
right.
egg, no.
All right.
This place, I made this plate rather
right,
than
yeah.
the turret.
That's
the
a good
turret's
idea.
mainly for a van floor.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to come this way because I think if I'm right, I think to get at the glow plug,
Yeah.
I think it's on that side.
Okay.
Technicalities, I can get a spanner and
Yeah.
socket. When it's very tight up, you can't get access to
Yeah,
service
sure.
it. So I'm thinking of bringing it this way a bit, probably a bit away from the tyre.
Yeah.
Getting that there. Then what I've got is
So the,
so that pipe goes onto these clips on.
okay.
That's on anyway. So what I was thinking of doing, it's got a splitter in the middle of there to sort of, you can only
Yeah.
put your outlet there going in, then it could go 50-50, whereas if you had it like
Yeah.
that.
And how would you adjust the splitter? What?
Well, just let me, that's what I think I want to do. So that, what I was thinking was, yeah, that's it. That's going to be go on there. Probably take that off.
Yeah.
And then out of here, sorry, I'm going to have it that way.
Yes.
Something like that.
I get you. Yeah.
Although that, probably be done with the pipe. So if you imagine that not being on, that there,
Yeah.
and the pipe going in, then off there, going underneath, over the top of the batteries,
Yeah.
but probably not with the 16mm, I think that is. What I've got is, couldn't buy this is 42mm piping, but this stretches out. You can
Right,
pull
yeah,
this-
of course.
pull this right out.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it in a continuous length, so that's about 4 pieces.
Okay.
You can get it from China, it'll be after Christmas where you can get it. So I'm going to have to find a way of joining them up. Now, right, so I've had a look under here.
Yeah.
Barry, and as you can see, can you see that there?
Yes.
Where it comes, there'd be no physical way of getting your pipe.
Right.
on.
Okay.
So I thought, leave that as it is. But we've got plenty of space up there. You can see the underside of the dashboard.
Oh yes. Yeah.
You've got a similar thing going on this side. So I purchased these. Which are all part of this Chinese family of ducting and
Yeah.
so you've got a nice, reasonably nice
Yeah.
nozzle.
And that
It's
turns.
round, and then the vanes are angled.
Okay.
So you can angle it up onto the screen. And if the pattern of it, you think, oh, it's not go that way a bit. I mean, if they thought that was sufficient, just, well, it'll come out in a funnel shape,
Well,
won't it?
yeah. The good thing is that if the heat's coming out of those two,
Yeah.
and I switch the original one on with a bit of a blower, it's going to circulate the heat round anyway, isn't
I
it?
think, yeah, I think.
So that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that I was thinking of putting them, well, shall we say, here. Well, probably at least one, it's thin and it can look
Yeah.
wider. So I was thinking of putting it there, obviously cut an hole in, and then you can have that there. And if you think, well, window's demisted now, I'll have it
Yeah.
blowing on. I don't know if it'll go on your face, but it
No.
will at least blow it back into the
Or
cab.
sideways towards the side windows,
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
which
because that on that bit of an angle there, that'll get that, definitely. I mean, there's some whap comes out of them, you know.
Yeah, well, hopefully, for this size vehicle, then...
yeah, so obviously this will be underneath, of course.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to get this 42mm over the battery.
Okay.
And then get it coming up, I don't know whether it be, probably here.
Yeah.
Get it up there. Then obviously that seat piece might end up being here. You know, like that.
Yes.
And that'll stretch out. See, these stretch like.
Yeah.
Get that over there. It keeps everything hidden, and it still looks reasonably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a car manufacturer.
I can't just.
What was it you're trying to look for?
No, I was just wondering whether it would come through underneath the front panel.
Oh yeah.
But.
You've got that heater central.
Yeah.
Now, haven't you? So it's gonna, you can come off offset. I mean, it's probably.
Yeah. Because it'd be best having the pipes up there, wouldn't it? Rather than end up getting squashed with putting luggage or shopping or somebody's big feet like mine in there.
Is there a gap? There's a gap up there, look. So
Yeah.
that'll shoot through to that side. It'll end up
Yeah.
a bit like that, I suppose.
That's it. If it could come through the bulkhead like the back one would, yeah.
Well, have you got like another? What you saying? If you take the front bumper off, you got.
Yeah, there's a bulkhead on the inside, I think. But
The thing is, I was thinking. See, this is only silver foil pipe with
Yeah.
a black, very thin black. You can actually get it just silver on the outside.
yeah,
But to physically touch it would be hot.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you want that probably on the inside of it,
yeah,
not on the outside.
yeah. I get you.
And for what you're not
Residual
seeing,
heat.
I'd keep it in.
Yeah.
You'll be
So
amazed.
as long as it's nowhere where it can get squashed.
Oh no, I doubt it gets squashed up there.
No worries.
Could always put a bit of.
No, I mean it's just the thing coming into that one
Oh,
where
well,
that would come.
That will be here, down here.
Oh right, okay, yeah,
Doesn't have to be 50-50.
Yeah, I
It
get
can
you.
be-
I get you.
Whoops, you know, I can.
Yeah,
That will stretch right out.
Yeah.
You know, that will be there, coming down.
yeah, yeah.
So we're happy with where the
Yeah, that's
control's
good.
going as well. That's going there.
That's all good.
That's that.
And then there's the. I'll just get. Oh, you've taken the heater control off there for the moment.
I'll put it back in the
Yeah.
box then and drop it down.
No worries, because that's probably going to go there,
Yeah, that's
round about there. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
It's kept
And
midway,
yeah.
and it doesn't
And the
turn itself off, because if it's high up, it's
Yeah.
the thermostat.
Yeah.
So, is that mine? Or yours?
No, it's yours.
Right, so I'm thinking here, now the next thing, so that T-piece goes on there and then going under there, and I've got a flap, and I don't know what I'm doing this, I've got this flap, so when you
Right.
don't want your demister on,
Yeah,
it would be good to be able to turn it off.
that's it. Yeah,
So I've got this when it come this morning.
yeah. That's right. That's
That
it.
will block it.
So once it's demisted, you turn that.
But
Yeah.
at the moment, this is probably going to be somewhere here.
Right.
So I'm going to have to find a means of.
Could that not be on the other side of this bulkhead so I can just put my arm back between the seats and turn it?
Yeah, but I was even thinking of getting like a bit of a cable, putting
Yeah.
like
All
an
right.
arm on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get a 42mm one of them.
Yeah.
Same as that pipe, you know, the small pipe.
Yeah.
Would have been ideal
Because
if we could have had it in the car.
I've seen a couple of those on the internet. One looked like it was a metal one, but I could be wrong. But if that was if that was on the inside of the bulkhead, the pipe goes through. That's fastened to the inside of the bulkhead, and that's
Yeah.
just where, because
Well-
it'll be my right arm where I could just turn it back and.
But what I have been thinking is that we don't want an instance where the full factory size 60 mils blocks.
Yeah.
Trying to fire it down a 41 mil.
Right.
Because it might overheat, it might.
Yeah.
There's a functional. I squashed my pipe in my van.
Yeah.
Put my bloody tool bag on or whatever.
Yeah.
Heater come on initially, and then thought, why's the heater gone? And there's a sensor inside that if the heat can't get out, bit like a.
Well, that's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah.
So it cuts off.
Yeah.
To save itself, you know. Now I'm wondering if putting it on just onto 41 mil. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Well, this.
It might trigger that
Yeah.
safety device. So what I was thinking was more or less always having. If you're going to have your heater on, you're obviously asking for heat. So I was going to have the big, because you don't get a closable one with the kit. So I was thinking of having that one permanently open. We've got two of these. One for recirculation air, and there's one on an angle which you can turn.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of having that one permanently open.
Yeah.
And this one turn offable.
Oh, right. Okay.
So that you're always getting
well,
out.
You're the expert.
So I was thinking of take these screws out obviously.
Yeah.
We use some stainless steel piano hinge here.
Right. Yeah.
So I can maybe hinge it at the bottom. Think of a way of
Just fastening like a
fastening
back door gate or something. Yeah.
something a bit nicer than that maybe. So you can hinge it down.
Yeah.
And if you're filling up at night, this light's
Absolutely. Yeah.
snozzle. I think that was the best bit of the job.
No,
best
that's
design bit.
That's a good idea. Tremendous idea.
I didn't want holes drilled in
No.
the thing, to be honest.
No, that's fair enough. That's
So
fair.
that could be there, and
I think it'll probably be a case of designing on the move, won't it?
5.5 inch. So I was thinking that you'll have your exhaust coming out maybe here, somewhere around here, under the bumper coming out.
Yeah.
In the way that can go opposite way, then it doesn't suck its own gases in. So if that's the fuel tank, that would be
Right.
get it there, and you've got the cap on the top.
And just
That time you put your nozzle in.
just to kind of repeat, that is the intake.
That's
So-
the recirculated
yes.
air from the inside of the
So
car.
the warm air from the inside of the car is going to be recirculated rather than warm it from scratch.
rather than sucking.
Yeah.
Like today.
Yeah.
If that was sucking cold air in from outside, you'd have
Yeah.
to have the heater on higher
Yeah.
and on for longer to
Yeah.
get the same results. So that would, the fuel tank is going to be somewhere where central to the top of the tank.
Yeah. It's whenever you're making a video,
That always happens.
somebody always comes or does something. Yeah.
Now, the only thing we're going to have to suck it and see is the battery performance.
Yeah.
On starting this up.
Yeah. I mean, that is a tiny thing, isn't it? But
Yeah.
so far, it's managed to power my well, it powers my sat nav, it powers my radio CD, and also the speaker.
See, if you was to get the similar battery, well, same battery at
Yeah.
similar ampage, double it up, and
Yeah.
your wires in parallel, or is it series?
Yeah.
To
Like-
still get 12 volt.
Yeah.
It'll still charge, but it might just mean that your battery it charges when you plug it in.
Yeah.
It's got regenerative charging, hasn't it?
Yeah. It has.
It might just mean you're doing it for longer.
Yeah.
You'll just think, oh, battery's being used all the time, whereas really it's charging two
Yeah.
batteries up. But you'll get the amps to, because these, as I say, use draw quite a bit of amp when they first start up.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be. I suppose it's going to be a case of just trying it first. But if it needs a bigger battery.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, there's plenty of room still there, isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, I would think rather than having an extra battery, it'd be better just replacing that with a bigger battery, and just having one, and then it would charge it, wouldn't it? Any extra would go into that battery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good, to be fair. No.
So apart from the 41mm a little bit being outside,
Yeah.
I mean on a day like today, what would you have done for heating anyway?
Well, no, I'd have been struggling. Well, the day before, I couldn't get me a Range Rover. It was frozen up. So this would have just been shocking. It just would be unusable. Right. Okay.
So now that you're happy with everything,
yeah,
I
yeah,
can get stuck in.
absolutely.
And get it done, and hopefully that tank will be here on. Yeah. So that's
30th.
June.
Yeah. Fantastic. If you need me down, just give me a shout again. But that's good.
Yeah.
Just back to see my Ami. Lancia have been quite busy completing all these camper vans, motorhomes, whatever you call them. Oh, and there we go. Just going to start work on this again. So I've now got the Bluetooth kit. And there's a quick assembly. He's kind of got ready. All ready to go in. Looks like the bottom half of the dash is off as well. That's one of the vents. And let's just see. And then the other vent will be coming through there from the back. So we'll have two vents at the front, one at the back, just to blow air round. I've actually thought about whether to put a pipe up there and across through the middle and perhaps blow down on the windows, but we'll see. I've actually really missed driving it, so it's looking a bit dusty too. We'll get it up on the ramps. That should be fun, because it's not easy. We've hit a slight problem, because it's not been charged since it's got here. We've had to put it on charge now. Yeah, that should do it. Oh, it's coming along now. Hiya. That looks good. So that will be the intake vent there. Very, very neatly fitted, I have to say. So it's drawing warm air. Once the air's warmed in the car, it's drawing warm air in, rather than having to heat cold air again from the outside, so therefore saving energy and using less. Right, so look, I mean, it looks like it's coming on well there.
Yeah, that's solid. That's on. So that's that. I'm gonna get one going in here, and then that's gonna be diverted
underneath
to the floor.
Right, okay. Through the battery compartment, hopefully, to keep
over the top of the battery.
The batteries warm and
put behind the back bumper, as you say.
the front bumper, yeah, if possible.
Yeah. So I'm not sure
I must say that's nice and neat.
What's that?
The little intake there. That is the intake, isn't it? The
Yes.
fresh air intake.
Yeah. So with hot air rising,
Yeah.
it'll take warm air in it, you see.
Yeah. That's it. This might need to be shielded. I'm not sure, or is it meant to be? Is it okay for?
No, they can be fitted on
Right. Okay.
the sides of vehicles without any additional coverage.
All right, and that's the exhaust there coming down.
Yeah, I've not. It's got to have the silencer on it, of
Yeah.
course, yeah. But also that's the air intake for the combustion air.
Yeah.
Under there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I think so. Well, that's all
So,
good.
yeah.
That's really nice and neat. I like that.
And the other thing I've got.
That's
That is on the stiff side. I'm not sure something about that. It's sort of
is that the bit that'll go inside here, or
open to
yeah?
reach
So
something.
right, so that'll go inside there.
Sorry, no, that one goes in here.
Yeah.
This one will be firing underneath.
Right.
But so you've not got your demisters on.
Yeah.
And you don't need them on.
Yeah.
Turn that off, and you get full force coming out of that.
Yeah. But that's going to be inside somewhere where I can get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Maybe put a chalk cable on it, and also
Yeah.
with a lever on it to.
Yeah.
For you to be able to.
Right. Okay.
Divert it, you know. Because if you have them both open.
Yeah.
Like I say, you won't want your demisters on.
Yeah.
You don't need them on.
No. Right, that's good. So you say you've done something else?
Yes. Put that on.
Oh right. Look, my net, that's neat as well.
With a view to put in the tank. This will be. This will sit on the top of this.
Yeah.
So you've got your box section. I think I'm right in saying it's here.
Yeah.
So that will be like that.
Okay.
Which you can get your hand in up here.
Yeah.
You don't drop the lid through. And hopefully you might just be able to get a nozzle,
Yeah.
if not a plastic jerry can with one of them flexible spouts would do it. And you'd also be able to see the level up to about there.
Yeah.
So you'd probably still have a third,
Yeah, of course.
third left. So if you don't send any diesel to there, it's time to put some in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus that'll light if you're doing it at night time.
Yeah, of course.
So that'll light up. So got that to sort out, and then just find a way of putting the number plate so it can be so it can be hinged. I don't know whether to sort of have it sort of like a side hinge.
Yeah.
With just like a, I don't know. Maybe you could get one of them tamper-proof screws, and you just have a little Allen key in the car or something.
Yeah.
You can undo it. Or what about
A butterfly nut.
down?
I think a butterfly nut with a hinge on the, so I could just take it off and you know, almost like a valve cap where you could just undo it, pull it away, and then put the thing back.
We could get your number plate nicked. Put like a channel at the bottom so that you hook it in the channel, and then some bits of Velcro and just like a little tab to pull it. Although somebody could.
Well, yeah, but they won't know, will they?
No.
Apart from all the people that watch this YouTube channel. But the times this vehicle is out of my sight is going to be very few and far between anyway, so...
Not very symmetrical. Have you ever put this on?
Well, it was Citroen. You see there, Citroen, when this was PDI'd, they must have they'd made a whole mess with all these Amis, and some people got the wrong vehicle. And I think they'd already delivered, they'd already put my number plates on once, got them wrong, then put another set of number plates on. So rather than me drill another set of holes, I used their holes to put that plate on. But that really winds me up. Yeah. But I just didn't want to drill any more, because I've also got the old plate that came on. If I ever sell it, that's what's going to go back on it again. But great, that's. I tell you what, I'm so glad that you guys are doing this, because I'd never have done that.
You could even put some edge. We've got some
Yeah.
edging type stuff up there.
Yeah.
If needs be, but no, it'll raise the number plate
Yeah.
off, won't it?
But that's still not a problem, really.
Yeah, that we could work on that. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
No, that's fantastic. That's it. Front's off there, so that's what it's like underneath the front. And actually, somebody's asked me a question to see whether you can get to the door lock, the cable underneath, which doesn't look like you can. So let's see where he's done or what he's done. I'm looking. Ah, there it is. That's it. So he's fitted the fuel pump there, and that has to be at an angle, I think. So he's precisely measured it. That's the exhaust from underneath, and with the silencer on. The heater, that's going to go in there, into the cabin. This bit going through there, and hopefully underneath through the battery compartment, if that can go. That's the induction for the fuel, or the air intake for the fuel. It's coming on now. I've got to be honest, I'm really missing driving it. The control's just going to go there. I'll just show you that again. That's going to go underneath the dashboard. And somehow there, so I don't know how he's going to get it up there. Perhaps back there somewhere. That's doing that, so that would come up in the blue bit really. That's, can I get up? Oh yeah, I can get my hand up there, but he's going to struggle to get where we originally wanted, which is just in there on the dash. That's let's just see if I can get up there. Come on, go up. Yes, that's going to be a struggle up getting up there. All right. So, I mean, these plans are in a state of flux really, because we're only just taking it. You know, it's the first one that's been done, but that's obviously the airbox, I think, for the heater. And yes, that's the airbox for the heater, which will go there. See, that sounds hollow. So it may be, it's going to have to come through the bulkhead here. Well, the pipe will have to come through the bulkhead. I can see daylight up there. So through the bulkhead there. Because with it being up on the ramp there, flipping doors keep coming back. So let's see. All right. No, that's no problem. So from here we can get up there. You can see that shaking about. That's there. Then there's the vent pipe there. Round the other side. So it'll just be a matter of getting through. It'll just be a matter of getting through there somewhere. Perhaps even coming up underneath to get the pipe through, if you can. Then can I, oh crikey, can I get up here? Yeah, should be able to get up there as well, although that might be a bit of a struggle. But it's coming along fine. There you go. That's the fuel pump. The tank will go round here somewhere. Let's go back over to here. So the tank's in there, both ends off. That's where I'm going to access the fuel tank. So all good. All good. Actually, while I'm here, I'll just show you in a couple of these vans because they are absolutely fantastic. The craftsmanship is just second to none, really. Look at that. That's one. They've got so many in here at the moment. They're so busy. See them all lined up there for work. There we go. That's them Lancia. Let's see if I can look in here without. Is there anybody working on it? No. Ah, look at this. Goodness me. Look at them seats. Now that's the sort of seats I want in Miami as well. Look at that. In fact, there's a heater in here. Are they testing the heater? Yeah, there's warm air coming out of that. I don't know whether that's an airtop that they fitted. And another one here. That's all been lagged, look. And the seats being done. So there we go. It's coming along. I really can't wait. We've actually, since I've started doing these videos, we've actually been contacted by another tiny electric car maker to ask if we wanted to be dealers for them, which I would really like, because I actually like the vehicles, and as you know, I think they're a great concept, these little electric vehicles. But it looks like we can't just agree terms at the moment. Sadly, we can't agree terms. But who knows, I might just buy one to run rather than be a dealer. Anyway, there you go. That's today's update. Just coming along.
Worrying a bit about getting something.
Yeah.
I got this last night from Sweetfish. Thinking
All right.
Put the majority of that down.
Yeah, straight pipe.
And then come up.
Yeah.
Come up the front there, and then at the back. That was my idea.
Yeah.
But now I've got this and had a quick view of it today. Got a couple of issues where the blooming, would you believe it, the pipe won't quite, this is 40 mil, 40 mil, sorry, an inch and a half waste pipe, but it's 40 mil, which is a little bit, bit bigger diameter than 1.5 inches. So that just won't quite go on, although I might be able to
Yeah,
stretch it.
I bet if you like run a you know, like a rolling pin the end, it'll widen that out, won't it? Just enough to.
Oh, my idea was put.
Right, yeah.
They're bound to be a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Would you believe it's too big to bloody?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Go in there. So.
Yeah.
That was my idea. My theory being, if you can put boiling water down a
Yeah, of course, yeah.
like a kettle, this will, you know, I mean, it's quite thick. Whether I could, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a three-legged like they used to have them for honing cylinders out on car engines.
Yeah.
Three-legged thing.
Yeah, and yeah, a glaze buster.
Yeah,
That's,
but I didn't know if they had any outward pressure.
No, they probably won't. But I mean, I think, you know, just something inside rolling it and flattening this.
Yeah. I would have loved to be able to get this in full length, but there's nothing available on eBay. Apart from in China, what would have took about a month to come.
But I mean, if it won't go through the battery for the time being, then you know, let's just do the easiest thing for the time being.
Yeah.
But
see, what I wanted to do, I wanted to get the outlet in there.
Yeah.
For your general heating, which isn't a problem. The pipe, you know, either there or indeed like that. And I wanted to get it up and running. And my idea, what I've got with that and this and that, the front bit, get it, make sure that we're getting heat out of there before I start drilling holes in the dashboard. Yeah,
absolutely, yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, get it up and running.
Yeah, just make sure everything's working. There's no leaks, because the air pipes won't be so bad, will they? It's just.
I just want to feel the strength of the heat coming out.
Yeah.
So the other thing was getting the. I mean, I was even thinking. I mean, have you seen underneath?
Not really.
Got the chassis, and then directly on top of it is your plastic floor, so there's no gaps. If you just have a look under there, Barry, I'll lie down there.
Yeah.
Clean. You'll see what I'm up against.
Okay.
Now, the other thing I thought was getting some what is it? Extruded aluminium, you know, like box sections.
Yeah.
But say like 4 inch by 1 inch or something, and run it central, all down or to one side. So it's like 1 inch up, 4 inch wide, which probably give it the same, or 3 inch by 1 inch.
Yeah.
And have that as the duct. Yeah. So it's only 1 inch rather close to that, or 1.5 inch pipe. See, probably come off that.
Just wonder whether it'll go.
Maybe if we go to the side there.
I mean, would it not come up the side of the sill here?
Well, that's what I was hoping. Yeah, but
that's the thing, I think, isn't it?
But my original idea was to get it over the top of the batteries, but I don't think that's going to be possible.
No.
Because on the battery, it's to the underside of the plastic where you sit.
Yeah.
But we have got this shelf, if you will, up here. So it's all right on that straight bit there, but on the bend at the back, you've got your swinging arm round here.
Yeah.
So at some point, it's going to have to come.
I think
that way.
I think up the side of the sill here, because it feels like there's enough room to get that pipe up here, or a pipe
yes,
up
there
here.
is, but from here,
yeah,
we're going to have to. That's the swinging arm there, you see. So you can't really have anything coming, the pipe coming here, or it's got to. Might have to come like that, and then up there. Yeah. But then it'll have to shoot back in.
Right.
Central.
What about if one pipe went through the back where you were planning on putting it, and then it kind of split off? No, it won't do that either, I don't think. I'm just looking to see whether you could bring it through that box section there, or through the back where the you know, bring it down. It's kind of impossible to do, isn't it?
It's a pity it's not got like a bit of a centre console.
Yeah.
Like a prop shaft.
Yeah, of course.
Could have stuffed it up there, you know, but...
Let's just see what... yeah. It's a tricky one, isn't it, that?
There's not that much real estate underneath. Like on a van, you've got acres
Yeah.
of bits of metal and flat bits and dock sections. You can stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's...
The only other...
You see, I think everybody else who's fitted one or thought about fitting one has just put it into the cabin there.
Yes, that's what I
And it's kind of me being awkward.
Would that suffice? What about if we get it up and running?
Yeah.
With just a pipe on
Yeah,
the top
okay.
of it,
Yeah.
and then what? How can we steam it up inside?
Oh, it's easy enough to steam up inside, I'll tell you. Yeah, but even so, I'd know just with the, you know, with the heat inside. Of course, the only other thing is, because I was thinking about getting a headline in it as well,
Yeah.
is if we took the pipes over the top inside, and then the vents were pointing down instead of up.
Yeah.
You know, perhaps through a headline, through a headlining.
Originally said, didn't
Yeah.
At some point. But, I mean, we on these vans, we're on. There are all sorts of.
Yeah, of course.
shape
Well,
things,
that
you know.
I mean, I would love that as a headlining.
Yeah. I mean, we can get black as well.
Yeah,
But we
because I want leather seats as well.
we can make more shapes of things, you know, plywood or whatever, and it's not a big thing to sort of shape.
Yeah, I want seats like that.
You do.
But with leather, but with like blue stitching. Yeah, contrast stitching.
We've got a good company who
Yeah, that's.
put you onto.
But yeah, I can see what you've done with the kind of the headline in there. That's brilliant.
Yeah, we've done. You know, all that's made here.
Yeah.
It's only plywood, so
Well,
it's no plywood.
if that was. I mean, right. Listen, what about we just do the one vent in the back for the time being? Because if anything, and that will come through there.
Yes. See, we've got this hatch here. You know, that's
Yeah.
something. I'm just wondering if we could bring. See, you know that hall here. Well done
Yeah.
for that. We did something symmetrical on that side, or even tighter
Yeah.
up to the roll bar bit.
Yeah.
With some of that. That will kind of. I think this is the smallest you can get, to be honest, on this stuff. But if that was to say come tight up here,
Yeah.
up there, oh, there like that,
Yeah.
and then it's that wouldn't go behind there though, would it?
Well,
What would it with the?
no, there's not too much space there. No.
Just thinking but up here, like you'd be able to
Yeah.
conceal it there.
Yeah.
But
There's quite a lot of headroom in here, so my would have to be up to there. Fucking thing keep coming off. Right. Let's get it up and running with just the single vent in the middle between the two seats.
yeah.
And then
I was thinking like a central.
yeah. because of course.
Need all this stuff. What about if it was to make a carpeted sort of a bit of a?
Yeah.
We won't be able to, it's batteries again, though, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it is. It is awkward.
So people have only just done the heating side, not the vents.
No, nobody's done the vents, but it's such a problem with the screen, because it only heats up in the middle, and you just can't see out. You can't see a flipping thing.
Wow.
Right. Well, let
get my hands on some of it. I mean, this does stretch to, I think, 1 metre, does it?
Yeah.
If we could get that on a full length.
You see, what that you get in here. So if the headlining went from here, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to, again, back to the drawing board. We'll have to think about it, won't we? But as I say, for the moment, I think if we just get it working in the back, just through that vent in the middle,
Yeah.
and then once that's done, we might be able to think of some other way.
We could get it jacked up maybe and get it on stand,
Yeah.
get it quite high up so it can get right.
I think probably the way this chassis is, you have to be reasonably careful with, jacking it up. But alternatively, reduce it down to a thinner pipe just for the vents at the front, like inch pipe or something.
Yeah.
If that can be done, and then the inch pipe would fit easier, wouldn't it, to get through to the front.
Yeah. Well, I'll have a look on my phone and see. I think it is available the 1 inch, but I was sort of in my mind's eye, I was thinking that once it's diverted to the inch, you might overheat the heater.
Right.
Because there's a sensor in there. If you get too
hot,
it's off.
Yeah.
I.e. if you was to block something, package block your vent.
Yeah.
Instead of the heater melting and setting on fire.
Right. Well,
cut itself down.
Let's just go for the vent. Get the thing working, the central vent. And then, in the meantime, I'll have a think, and of course you can have a think. And
the nozzle.
Just trying to think of a way of getting a pipe through here, which then splits to 2 vents on the screen.
That one's a straight with the vanes are straight. These are angles.
Yeah.
That's there.
Yeah.
Well, you could have a blowing up.
Yeah.
Or blowing down.
Yeah, of course.
Which probably. No. Yeah, that probably hit the floor and walk the backside up and come through these holes and walk it back up. And when if you had it to the top, it would probably send like a flow of air. Let it actually will start cooling down a bit and then hopefully land on the screen.
Just wondering whether there's any room under the seat. Don't feel like there's any room under the seats either. But as I say, let's try that for now. Just get it working.
Yeah, let's get it up and running at the back.
Yeah.
Here. And have a think about that one, whether we can get some. See what would probably have to happen. Go on the lower side. This would probably have to stay semi-open for that one. Whereas if you completely closed it off and it were that, it's phenomenal. The heat what comes out. If you was to put your hand, you couldn't hold your hand there.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it might restrict, on an inch, might restrict it a
Right,
little
okay.
too much.
Well, they work via an alternator for one.
Yeah.
There's no alternator on this, is there?
No, no.
So,
But the battery must get a charge coming back to it. So it must come back to those, to the positive and negative terminals, mustn't it?
Regenerative braking.
Yeah, to recharge that battery, otherwise it can just go
do you know what
flat.
kind of voltage that is?
12, as far as I know, it's just 12. Yeah. So I thought that we could have another battery, a slave battery, one that was wired so that it wouldn't drain that. You know, when the heater's on, it would just take the charge out of the slave battery or the leisure battery.
Yeah.
But then when that battery was being charged, the excess charge would come to the other battery and charge that back up.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends how much that little
theory.
battery's going to take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's left to trickle into that
Yeah.
one.
Well, I don't think it'll take a lot, because all it does is just, clicks it on. It's, to be fair, at the moment it's driving my Apple CarPlay there and the speaker. Not a whole lot, but it still does that.
Yeah.
And I don't expect, I don't think it takes much more than that to out of the battery.
See, the other thing that you've got to think about as well, if you put a leisure battery on connected
Yeah.
to that, if that drains, that's also going to take power out of that as well, so they'll level off together.
Yeah, but that's the point. There is some way of putting it so that there's only that battery discharges, but it doesn't take any power out of that. I've seen some way that you can do that.
You're into diodes and things like
Yeah.
that. And you're into
Yeah.
that kind of setup, aren't you?
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's that much. A few months ago, I did do some research on it. I don't think it's that much. I forget. It's just some box that fastens up, and it only lets the electricity come one way.
Yeah.
You know, it only lets it charge. It doesn't let it drain.
Well,
So
that's the same thing as a
Yeah.
PSR. The other thing is, it's obviously voltage sensitive. So on a normal car,
yeah,
you stance at 12.5 volts when it's stationary.
Yeah.
As soon as it detects that it's running,
Yeah.
you jump it up to 13, and that's when
Yeah.
it opens. And lets the power come through.
Yeah.
And then shuts when it's back off again. So I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'll have a word with perhaps an auto electrician or somebody who knows a bit more about EVs.
If you were to get a sufficient enough battery similar to that, that'll probably run that all day long, or even for a couple of days, without even getting charged, and then just charge it when you charge your phone.
I think the initial thing for that is startup, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
That-
initial drain
Yeah.
for that heater is the startup, isn't it?
That's
Once
the
it's
only
going,
thing.
You're looking at just a fan then, aren't you?
That's
And
right.
The thing I wanted the leisure battery for is that I'll be able to program the heater to come on when when I'm not in the car. So if it's frozen up or it's snowing, then I can just click my phone and set it off.
the Bluetooth things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping to do. But anyway, should we try it? And now somebody's started sawing the stuff.
Sorry, did I get this?
That's all right. Cheers, thank you.
All right, no problem.
That's the quick start there on the top right. That's it.
So is that on? That looks like it's Monday. Is it a timer?
Yeah, well, you can
set day.
You can set all that
Right,
stuff up,
okay.
which I haven't done. That's it. When it's green,
So that's on. That's on green. Let me just. So that's on green there. Now what's happening here? You can't hear a
I'm
blooming
on.
thing.
when fan starts up.
Right. Can I hear anything?
Probably a fuel pump clicking.
Yeah.
Something.
So that's a fuel pump there. So that's where the tank is now.
Yeah, that's just temporary, of course. That's just,
Yeah.
It actually
Just to hold it in place.
sits within bumpers like that, and it sits on the
Yeah.
on the ledge, so that'd be further back.
Oh, I can hear it now.
So it's fired up now, yeah.
Well, I can hear it. I can smell diesel fumes.
Yeah, you will.
So that's coming out the exhaust.
Yeah. Nothing on the back.
No, no. And then in the car, got it.
See the couple of vanes pointing upwards.
It sounds like a turbo. Oh, where's me flipping? So that's it. Right, so that's working. It's sucking air back in there through that. So that's the vent. So the air that's already warm, it will suck back in. So it doesn't need to heat it twice or heat it from scratch. So that's all going. I should have looked at my watch, although I'll be able to get it off the time code. So that's where that is. So if I'm sat here, there you go. So I'm sat here so I can see it there. I'll shut the door.
That's not it.
No. All right. Okay.
Just let it warm.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I'll go to it.
It's all going.
You just go back inside and feel the force.
Yeah.
Now, because I've dived and I've turned
Right.
that
Okay.
on.
Oh, yeah. There's warm air coming out of it now.
You can angle, rotate that.
Yeah.
Let's hold see, that's firing up, hitting that.
Yeah.
And then, oh,
Like spreading. Yeah.
up to there. It's, or indeed you could have it
Yeah. Yeah.
come through.
That feels like it's getting quite a lot warmer now.
The thing I have to be aware of is not blocking that off. Of
Yeah, yeah.
Stuff. And what I was thinking was
Put
putting
a
some
grate over it somewhat.
carpeted
Yeah.
sides on like that.
Yeah.
Like blinkers on a horse sort of thing, to stop things
Yeah.
from going in, sliding across, and going around corners. Now what I haven't told you is that last night when I was testing, like on so, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Took it, not as forceful as
Yeah.
that's sort of down to the pipe, but by
Yeah.
the time you get this on,
Yeah. It's yeah. No, well, I can.
Hear it,
Yeah, you can hear it. Well, hang on, let's just get the microphone there. So you can hear it. So there's a, and you can feel the heat coming out of it.
so to get a bit more force,
Yeah.
put some tape over the
Right.
inside,
Yeah.
and just a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
You shut it down.
All right, did it? Yeah.
It's not getting out.
Yeah.
It sensed.
Yeah.
And then I took the tape off and then it went through the phase of starting up again.
Right.
You're always going to have to have that one open.
Yeah, yeah.
Open. But it does diminish.
Yeah.
It comes out of here then. It's a pity we have a lot of steam in the window where we could just
Yeah.
hold it on.
Go back in here again. Oh, it's toasty in here now. Do you know what? I don't know whether that would just be enough.
Probably like having the heater speed on number one in the car.
Yeah, but it's still, you know, that'd be enough to take the, because it's just kind of, you know, gets misted up, condensation. I'm sure that would be enough to actually keep it off the screen, or even depending where the air comes from and where the air's heated from. If that fan in there, the heater, takes air from inside, then it will be redistributing the hot air already that's inside from the heater. Yeah, but where is it? Where is it getting air from outside? Because I
sorry, no, that will be on the cold setting.
Yeah.
But on the hot, no, it should blank it off.
on the hot, yeah.
Have you got a lever like in a normal car?
No, it's just two switches, isn't it? It's just a switch with the heater. In fact, let me just see if I click the. Man, it's probably, it needs to be started, doesn't it? So let's. God, it's. Whoa, it's really toasty. Got two settings there, so I turn that on, like so. Will you listen at the front? So if I click fan there, that's blowing. So that's all blowing. Now if I click this, the heater, I hear something inside. I'll just knock it off again. Can you hear it? It's like, sounds like a vent shutting. So if the vent was shut and it was recirculating the air from the inside, then it would drag the hot air in and shoot it up the screen, I would think. But we'll soon know anyway, because that, at the moment, that's cold air coming out there. I click the hot air one on. Yeah, now the air coming out of there is warmer. Of course, there is a heating element as such, but that I think that might. I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't set the end off.
I mean, the heat coming out there now is tremendous.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I know.
I know. See the plume.
Yeah, I might have to get one. But anyway, so I mean that feels like it's warmer than it's ever been. So I'm assuming that it's using some of the hot air from there and shoving up the screen.
Yeah. Don't forget, I'm not got this cover on here. There's lots of sort of heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Out of there. I've got that wire underneath.
Yeah, and also that's going up. So if it was pointed down, it might end up going under the seats, and that's just.
I mean, I have got a. So you get an angled one, and you get
Yeah.
a straight vein one. You could actually put a straight one in. Look,
Yeah.
which would just,
I mean, that's blooming hot. That. Now, let's just shut the doors for a minute and see.
What about I forgot the kettle, some steam on?
Yeah. I'm getting quite excited now.
Certain percentage of that is coming out of here as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So if
yeah.
I turn this off,
Yeah. I think
you'll get more.
it might be too hot. Oh crikey, it's blooming red hot now. It's absolutely red hot. Yeah, I'll turn this off so I don't flatten the battery again. But that is red hot. So, I mean, honestly, I can't wait to get it back. I'm sick of going to the fuel station.
Bring your torch down. The doors don't stay on. 'Cause it's
No,
just
no,
on.
they don't with it being up here.
But under here,
Yeah.
I took this cover off here,
Okay.
there.
All right, I
That's
see. Yeah.
A lot of electric terminals. That might even be the heating element.
Yeah.
I was-
Looks
I was-
like.
Looking to see if I could get into the heater with
Yeah.
a pipe. Now, if we was to cut like a hole in there,
Yeah.
do what I said, get that inch pipe underneath. or
Yeah.
Would have to go onto some kind of
Sorry.
elbow, like
Yeah, I can't see anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, he's flipping boiling. You can set the temperature inside, can you?
yes.
Right. I think we should just leave it like this. Just connect that pipe up to the, and I think it's going to do it. I think it's going to do the job. And it'll certainly save all the rest of the messing about. 'Cause certainly with the heater going on, recirculating the air or moving it round inside, then it's. I think it's going to do the job. And also, I'd like to get it back while it's still raining and so on, and then I can test it.
You put your hand over
Yeah,
this
yeah,
one,
I can feel it. I can feel it.
more.
I can feel it.
The more things you add on, it's
Yeah.
diminishing it every time. But
No.
yeah, at least we know.
Yeah.
See if it does it.
I think we should do that. All right, there, yeah, 20. So, turn the temperature up there, and it should, if I turn it right down, I'm assuming it should go off. So if I turn that down, and once the temperature in there reaches that, I think the motor should stop. We'll set on fire. Can't see what it's saying there. I think that's warming off, I don't know. So that should have shut off. That's it, I think that's just cooling down now. No, that's brilliant.
Tells you everything about that.
Yes. Okay, I need to read that, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, if you just make sure I have switched
You
it
get a
off
target
properly.
temperature, I think. A bit like central heating on a house.
Yeah.
I think you can all. That's on the rotary.
Yeah.
You can do all that on the rotary knob.
Okay. Yeah.
So, all we need to do now is fit your optional.
Yeah. Well, that'd be brilliant. That'd be brilliant. So I take that with me.
Yeah, take that with you. Learn about that. But I've never ever looked at one of those.
Well, I'll have a look at that as
Well, if you
well.
want to take the box, because
Yeah.
that's all that's in that one.
Okay. I'm assuming it has like a cool down
Yeah,
thing,
it
is
should
it?
proceed.
So because it's still
still
blowing hot air inside.
Yeah, don't you switch off.
Yeah.
It will just break itself.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Cool itself down.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Right.
That would be important never to let the battery go flat.
Yeah,
like
sure.
that
Yeah.
during stage, or else it could fry the circuit
Yeah.
board, which sits on top under here.
Right. Okay. Right. No, that's good. I'll leave you to
So
it.
you want me to go ahead and sort
Yeah.
of build it up?
Yeah, please.
Number plate back on.
I'll try and find out about a leisure battery. That's the only thing. If we've got the back on already and somebody can come and do it or wire it up before the back goes on, or get perhaps even a plate like that somewhere to fasten it to.
Yeah, if you can find out
Yeah.
about the I told him that that's electrician from Bridgely.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, I told him what wrong with it.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, I
Well,
know about
yeah, you know,
not one of them.
it's
I
me.
said,
Yeah,
"That's it.
yeah.
That's what it's for."
Yeah. Because I mentioned it to him before when I was going to fit it myself. So, yeah, I'll have a word with him
See what I
too.
mean about you're using
Yeah,
extra
cool.
parts, that's worn to the touch there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like,
Okay.
if you don't think it's sufficient enough for the school,
No.
give it another go for looking at, won't we?
Yeah. To be fair, I think for what it is, I think that will be fine.
That's all, each one of these.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're like,
Each one of them
Yeah.
is certainly not
Absolutely.
a problem.
no. And I think the preheating, once it's preheated in the morning, I don't think I'll have a problem with condensation or mist or anything. So we'll see. Right, I'll leave you to it. Thanks again. See you soon. Ta-da. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm going to try and pair the Bluetooth. I think it's the T-Con 2, if I can find where it is. That looks like the thing. So there we go. What I need to do now is get the just have a little QR code there. So that's filled it in, and then Citroen Ami. I need to click that on. So that's green. Click. And it's paired. Enable location service, yes. Click OK. Privacy policy, yes. I've taken note of the privacy policy, yes. I hereby confirm that I will remove all connections from the control units, the app. Yeah, whatever that means. Continue. Heater. So that's it. Geofence. Geofence disabled or no phone number set in my... Right, well, we'll sort that out later. Timers, mode. I can hear the heating. Plus, all right, yeah. So that it's switched the heater on from my phone. My Webasto Connect, just ventilation there. Go back, log in with mobile browser. All right, you can log in directly with mobile browser. Can't bother with that. Map. And what's that? Hang on, what's that saying? Heater, 59 minutes left. So it must automatically go for an hour. Timers, no timers set, but I can plus there. That's I need to make the I've done the text larger so they can see it on the camera, but obviously I need to make it smaller so that I can actually see what it says. But it looks there like you can set the timers to come on, or start time, departure time. So yeah, done that. I'll go through this. Citroen Ami. Map. Oh, brilliant. Allow while using the app. So that's where I am at the moment. Citroen Ami is there, so I'll be able to track the car as well. Should I forget where I put it? Let's just see, well, anything else? About, privacy, general terms, imprint, devices, Citroen Ami. There's warm air coming out of it now. I mean, that's absolutely brilliant already. And it was misting up in here. Heater waiting, heater. So I can knock the heater off. Just turn that. 30 minutes continuous mode, so I can knock it onto continuous mode, and I don't want it to. Heater on now. All that's good anyway. The heater's working. So that's a temperature sensor, and you can also control it from here as well, the button. That's the remote control. You have to have a special lead in between them both so that you can use both of them at the same time. They're both linked up. Just here, I'm going to have to put kind of a switch panel so that we can put the clocks in. So that's I can make sure that the battery's okay before I switch it on. I don't want to switch it on if it's too low, because if the Webasto heater, if the power goes off to it and it doesn't go through the cooling down cycle, then it will burn it out or do damage to it. So, you know, that I don't want to do. Heating. Turn that up, 26. That should switch it on in a minute. There you go, it's clicking away. Priming. And now working. So it's working from both. That's the remote control, which I can set from my phone over over Bluetooth, or probably a SIM card. There is it's showing there, it's also showing the battery, which is good, temperature, and during the summer we'll be able to have it on ventilation too, so get the air circulating inside it. Yeah, hot air coming through now. If I shut the door with that must be the temperature sensor too, and that's the big battery that should enable me to fit anything inside I want, any electrical items. Apparently this battery will run that heater for 50 hours if I ever get stuck in a snowdrift or anything. And I'm also thinking about having a couple of spotlights. I'd like a couple of cibbies on the front, on perhaps a light bar, or a couple of KC daylighters if you can still get hold of those. Sucking the air in through there, so that it's not having to warm the air straight from cold. As the air warms up inside, it's going back through the heater and being a little bit more efficient. And so the battery's going down actually, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it off, I think. So how do we switch it off? So it's heating. Timers. I'm going to switch that off like so. Looks like the battery's going down. It's about 12.4 volts now, according to this. So I'm going to switch it off so it doesn't. But everything's working fine. Oh, it's lovely and warm in here now. Oh, it's getting really warm now. So if I just let me just see. If I just click that, so that's knocked it off. And yeah, so that'll let it cool down, won't it?
So that, with the wavy vertical lines as your heat,
yep.
That's your fan. I won't do it now because it's on, it's cooling
no,
down.
No.
But it's gone off now.
All right.
But the other one is with a fan blade on. It's cold, warm, cold air.
Right.
Blow cold air. When I was sat in it the other night, it was getting warm air coming from under here, the back of my legs, which was good, and also a little bit coming through there.
Yeah.
Really toasty.
That's good. It's all fastened on.
That's fastened in.
Yeah.
Put a little aluminium bar there.
Brilliant.
Sit this in. What else? So all I've got to do.
All right.
DC to DC.
DC to DC there.
Put a hole in with a grommet in to get the wiring through to the back.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Like a bit of a carpeted cover to go over it once it's in, maybe.
Yeah, I see it.
Needs be.
That's all good. And the clock.
There's that sort of just a temporary jobby. Now, all I've got to do now. All I've got to do run this wire to the back basically.
Right, okay.
I did the other one,
Yeah,
for the heater. I think I put it in trunking.
yeah,
I'll have to put some bigger trunking to get this in it as well.
okay.
So once that's done, yeah, and on the wiring, this is special tear,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
waterproof.
Yeah, self-amalgamating stuff.
Amalgamating, yeah. So that hopefully is long enough. I have checked it actually.
Yeah,
So I've got to route that. Oh, there's my is that? Yeah, that's my one.
yeah,
So that probably won't fit in there. I
Yeah.
probably have to put two double up the next size.
Yeah.
Okay. So that, I've just got to put the wire, sort this wire, tie this wire.
yeah,
Put that plastic cover back on this side.
yeah,
Put this cover on there. And that's for wiring for the heater. So if I bundle, because I don't know what you want to do. I mean, basically, I understand everything apart from the DC
Yeah.
to the charging side
Yeah.
of things.
yeah,
I'm not sure the gauge of the wire and
Yeah.
best left to it. Now this I can do, but he'd probably think, oh, I want that wiring as well. There isn't excessive wiring,
yeah.
but Webasto recommend not to cut it and do your own thing.
Okay.
In case he has to go back under warranty, they might not accept
Right,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Chance. So that'll have to be the excess,
Yeah,
cable tied up or whatever. So
well, once the wiring's done, I mean, I think really with trade plates on, I can
Yeah.
drive it to.
the thing is, the back. As you know,
Yeah,
well, my bracket's in the box now, but
Yeah.
the tank slash bracket bolts on here. Why have I took it out? Oh, to put it on.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to try it. So when I get it back, I mean, we could just put this on if you want.
yeah. No, it's probably best left off. The only thing that's going to be missing are the indicators at the back, aren't they? I think I'll just be able to drive it to Steve's. Yeah. With the back off, but the front probably, he won't need to take the front off anyway, will he?
No. As soon as I get that wire
Yeah.
under, I'll put the front back
Yeah.
on. So I'll take this fuel tank off.
Yeah,
You're going to take it to me. He's going to do the DC
Yeah.
sort of thing. And then if you get it back to me, I'll put the tank in
yeah, that's fantastic, yeah. Yeah,
and get it ready for it, basically.
yeah, well, as I say, I'm looking forward to it really now.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
yeah,
A while.
I've quite missed it.
So,
I mean, honestly, just using it to come backwards and forwards to work saves me a fortune. And it's absolutely ideal for me to come back and forward to work as well. And with that leisure battery
you
on,
live local.
I live about 4 miles away. So,
Not
it,
sort of handle that easy.
oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. It'll 45 mile. So it's basically a week on one charge, and the charge costs you about £1.5.
So you've no tax, but you need insurance.
Yeah, insurance is expensive on it. I've just renewed it. It's £660 a year. Yeah.
Is that because it's an EV? Is that
Well,
for any-
I don't know why it's for. Insurance has just all gone up now.
I managed to drive it up the ramp on myself.
Oh, well done.
So I don't know what you're thinking of doing with the gauge area, whether you want to put all your other
Yeah.
USBs in it.
What I'd like is like a little panel underneath there,
Yeah.
with a gauge in and places for the other bits.
Pod, maybe
Yeah.
a single pod, and top it, dash.
Yeah.
Like a tank.
Well, there's a company sending me a night vision screen for it. So
What you thought of the car.
for the car,
Really?
yeah, night vision. I mean, the headlamps are crap on it.
Yeah.
so you can, with the night vision, you can just see way into the distance. No, it's just on the screen. Just on the screen. Yeah. Well, just a display. That. So, I probably need it back fairly quick to be able to do that as well. So, as soon as we can do it, the better. When I say we, of course.
Yeah.
So I've just been to Steve at Bamber Bridge Auto Electrics, and Crockett is almost complete. There's your battery, is wired up. There you go, nice neat job. There's a shunt for the voltmeter, that's in there, just got to fasten that somewhere first, but it's now in a waterproof box, so that should all be alright. All wired up, that goes through to the Ami's battery, and then inside, let's just see. This is crikey. It's about 200 degrees in here, and just what I don't need is a heater. So that's showing no. There you go. I'm just going to put the back on now. Right. I've no idea what that means at all. So that must have been charging, I think, when we were moving. Here we've got some bits left over. I've got a fuse box to fit, which we were going to do at a later date. But that's all wired up there now. All nice and neat. As you can see, something's working on it. So again, it's wired up. Turn it on. Turn the car on. That's the car on. Into drive. I want it in reverse, really. So make sure Steve's doggy has moved. It's like an oven in here. And then we get going. Like it's showing it's charging. If I take my foot off it, I don't know what that means at all. So nearing the end now of this Webasto heater fitting project. I was going to do it myself. I spoke to Lancia Leisure just up the road there, and they said they'd do it for me, or they'd be happy to do it for me, and I agreed. I think it was probably September last year. Then they got really busy. It was supposed to be the quiet period, but they got an order for something like 20 camper van conversions. So poor old Crockett here was on hold while Jimmy was busy doing other things. I've been busy doing other things, and I've kind of missed the winter. So we're coming up to the finishing touches, and I've missed the winter. But I will go through it. I will show you what it does. I'm very, very pleased with it. I think it will now make the Ami a year-round user, whereas before it was virtually impossible to drive in the winter when it was raining. If you get wet, if it's raining outside, the car steams up. And I really think, I love the Ami to bits. I think it's a fantastic idea. Fantastic concept. I think everybody should have one. If you don't want to buy an EV just yet, if it's not 100% suitable for your purposes, which that kind of describes me. I can come to work in this all day long. I can nip into town, I can go shopping. It's perfect. But when I'm on business, when I'm doing anything, when I'm going away, I really don't want the hassle of having to think about charging. I just want to pull in at the nearest petrol station, fill up and be on my way. So with that in mind, the kind of design, what I wanted was pipes going through to the front to direct air flow onto the windscreen to keep the windscreen clear. But Webasto was kind enough to send me this heater, and it really is, for the Ami, it's absolute overkill. We had it going the other day, and the heat that's pumped out of it, I think it will do the job without having pipes going straight to the front windscreen. There's a hole in the back in the bulkhead, and the air comes through, and honestly it was roasting in there. I can control it from my phone, I can switch it on from my phone, I can switch it off. You've also got ventilation, so it doesn't have to be a heater, it will just move air around inside. One of the difficulties we faced was sighting the tank, because I didn't want, you know, on old cars the filler neck used to stick out and there used to be a cap that you put on. I didn't want that, because I could also see myself ending up with diesel all over the bodywork. So the idea was that the tank would go behind the number plate, which is there. Then we had a whole load of other issues, putting a hinge on it so the number plate, you can pull the number plate across. That's not ideal, because then you've got to screw bolts through the number plate, and will probably look hideous. Anyway, I saw these on the internet for number plates. Here they are, and pull them. You can see how tough they are to pull apart. So those go on the, actually those go on the car, those go on the plate, and it should, in theory, hold on, stick on, and I'll just be able to pull the plate off and fill the tank there. We'll see how we get on with this, because these have only just come, so I'm going to put them on now, or try and put them on now, and then edit the video and start using Crockett again. See that I'm trying to pull these apart. They're really tough. So we'll get those there. Clean it up first of all. Just make sure. I'm going to use the existing screw holes for the number plate. Going to end up with a couple of holes in here, but with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get round it. So sticky on the back, and you can also screw into it. I'm going to use the screws just to make sure. That's one there. Oh. Just line it up straight. Well, that's that. It's a bit flimsy on the back there, but hopefully the screw will keep it in place anyway. I'm not 100% happy with that, to be fair. I should have perhaps just done the hole through there first. I think that might have screwed the sticky stuff. And that's that one, I'm pretty sure it's that one. Oops. Yeah, that's gone on flatter. I'm gonna just... Yes. So I've made a mess there. So we'll get that off. That's turned it all round, so that's where I've gone wrong there. So poke a hole through it first. We'll try again. Should go flat this time. Yeah, so that's flat. That's stuck on. Then we've got the bits that go on the plate. We'll see how that goes. So I'll take the sticker off. I'll put it on and see if it goes on the right. So that goes on there like so. That goes on here. And this is where I always go wrong, because whenever I put plates on, somehow they seem to grab just when you don't want them to. So I'm going to rest it on there. Get it just about in the middle. And then press on. That's it. Whether it comes off now is another thing, and it does. So that's stuck on properly. I'm gonna put them on like so, the right way up. Will it just, there you go, and it clips straight on. So that's it, that's the finishing touches. I'm going to show you inside, I'm going to show you how to work it. I am really pleased with it. Sterling batteries. I got a leisure battery from them. They have a department to help. If you've got any queries, they have a guy there, and he's been absolutely brilliant. The problem the problem I had is the heaters. The heater takes quite a lot of current when it first starts up. It has a catalyst which warms up, heats it up inside, then it starts burning the diesel. Once it starts burning the diesel, then it doesn't take as much current. But what I didn't want it to do, because once the little 12-volt battery on the Ami is flat, the car won't start. Well, it won't do anything, it won't switch on. So that has to be protected. And plus I want to do some other things probably eventually. I don't know, things like heated seats. You know, I even wanted a heated windscreen in it, heated front windscreen. So, and a couple of Cibi Super Oscars on the front, because the lights aren't much cop either. You know, there's no heater, the lights aren't fantastic. So I fancied a couple of Cibi Super Oscars on, like I used to have in my younger days, which light the world up. But it's not going to work off the 12-volt battery. So we've put a 100 amp leisure battery in, and Sterling batteries, I told them that the dilemma I was in. I wanted it to charge, I wanted it to recharge, but I didn't want to have to keep plugging it in. I wanted it to keep charging. So they suggested a DC to DC charger. We didn't know whether it would work. Steve at Bamber Bridge Auto Electrics wired it up for me. There's what they call a shunt, which then gives me a reading on a battery monitor inside, so I can tell when it's discharging, I can tell how many amps are in it, I can tell what percentage the battery is, I can look at it on my phone even. And once it's discharged, I want to see it charging again, which I can do. So that's working. If the battery goes flat while the heater is on, it has a cooling down process. If the battery goes flat, the cooling down process won't work, and then the catalyst will burn out. It'll be too hot. So, you know, didn't want to do that. So, as I say, it's got the 100 amp hour leisure battery in, the DC to DC charger, a battery monitor, everything should be fine. So I'm hoping it's fine. That's it done. A couple of things we came across, because the car had been on the road for about 6 months before I, you know, took it in. Now here, the back's easy enough to get off. However, the Ami Vibe with these trims on, the trims, there's some kind of clips along here, and then there's a screw holding it on at the bottom. The screw holding it on at the bottom goes into kind of a rubber insert that's then got a brass nut encapsulated in it. The screws were stuck. I've tried to order some from Citroen since, and they couldn't find the parts. They sent me some others which aren't the ones. So as you can see, at the moment, I've just got this taped on. So that's the next thing to do. We're going to sort that out. The trims on the front, there was some sticky plastic on the back. So once you've taken them off, the plastic's destroyed. I don't know whether I'm going to have to get another couple of trims on the front. I can't stand looking at plastic flapping about. So if I can't engineer them to go back on and look properly, then I'm going to have to get another couple of trims, which they won't be cheap, but you know, that's life. A couple of trims, or pull out in front of something that you can't see. The thing with the Ami is, once you're wet, the condensation inside, you can't get rid of it. The fan, it clears a little space in the middle of the screen, and of course you're at the left of it, so you can't see. The next thing is, because it's left-hand drive, when you're pulling out at a junction or on a roundabout, you've got the windows flip up. Now, in order to get ventilation in there, you've got to have the windows up, but when you put the windows up, depending on how tall you are, this window, there we go, just open that up. This window comes up like so. I'm going to have to put some WD on there. So it comes up like so. So if it's raining as well, you get rain on this side, rain on this side, and rain on this. So you're looking through 3 lots of glass that have got rain on. You can't see, and you're trying, and this car's coming on roundabouts. It really is dangerous. So all I'm trying to justify is, on this, on your ordinary Amis without these black trims on, it's no problem. 6 bolts, back comes off, undo the light, just unplug it, the light on that side and your number plate light on the back, and it comes off. It's no problem, easy enough to do. Anyway, so that's it. I hope you've kind of enjoyed doing it. As I say, me and Jimmy, I had intended to video each step as he cut and did the jobs, but Lancia Leisure are a few miles away, I'm here, and every time Jimmy was doing something, I seemed to be busy here, I couldn't get out, and Jimmy even stopped back a couple of nights and did some work on it. So I'm sorry it's not quite as detailed as I wanted, but I do hope you get the gist, and it does turn the Ami into a daily user, which it's not really before. This is ideal for me now. It really is, just pottering backwards and forwards. I've got a charging point here. I'm doing a collaboration with a battery pack firm in a couple of weeks, so hopefully I'll have an extended range there where I can just plug it in. But I also want to get on the roof a solar panel so that I can just come in, plug the Ami in, it charges from solar, doesn't cost anything else. Then it will be an absolutely perfect car. Well, quadricycle. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. The Webasto heater is now fitted. It's the Airtop 2000. Got the leisure battery, the DC to DC charger. It's all up and working. the heater control is here. We've also got a Bluetooth remote sensor there. What I can do with it, I'll just show you. If I go to, well, first of all, that's for the battery. If I just turn that on a second, I can go to the battery lock, and that tells me all about the battery. Connect to the battery. So there you go, that's for the battery. It's telling me all about it. 99% charged, capacity remaining, and so on. But the thing that we fitted, that controls it so that it can't flatten the battery, it can't stop the car working, it can only charge up from the car. So we go into Webasto then, you'll see there. So we've got heater, you've got here map, so that's showing you where it is. I can ring fence the car like so, confirm action, switch on the alarm. This is all being done over the internet. It's not just connecting with it here, it's, there you go. If I go to there, you see you've got ventilation or heater. Now ventilation, if I go on to ventilation, that's on ventilation level 4. So I can choose to blow cool air. If it's a hot day, I can choose to move the air around in it. And this, as I say, is all done over the internet or via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, whatever. So if I just click save, ventilation, click on ventilation, confirm action, and you'll see down there, it's come green light and ventilation switched on. That's all done from my phone, but I don't have to be sat in the car, I can be sat anywhere. So we'll just knock that off, knock that off like so, ventilation off. Again, if I click on there, you've got ventilation or heating. If I go on to heating, there, that's the temperature, and I can increase the temperature like so. Click save. If I want to click it on, confirm action, okay. Heater waiting, lights coming on there, and in a short while, there you go. I've just got it set for 30 minutes, the heater. That's just in case I switch it on in the morning, or I set the timer. I don't want to have it on all day just in case. So that's that. I will show you, I was hoping that the vehicle would steam up, to be honest. I've been sat here trying to get it to steam up, but it's fairly warm today, even though it lashed down. The conditions are to make it virtually undrivable is for you to be wet getting in it and it to be cold and raining. That's when it steams all the windows up. I'm just going to knock that off for a second. So we'll knock the heater off and I'll get driving, see if that makes any difference. But I've really missed this vehicle. You know, I'll just show you, that's the heater control there, that's the receiver. I've really missed the vehicle. I enjoy driving it. It's, you know, it's not a fantastic drive as anything. You wouldn't jump in it and think, wow, you know, this is so comfortable. But it's a fun drive and it's cheap too. As they always say with EVs, cheap to charge. What always catches me out in this is because it's fully charged at the moment, it's showing 46 mile, there's no regen. So if I put my foot down here, you know, it's going over the 28 miles an hour. I'm getting up to 30 there. Now coming down that hill up there, when there's no regen on, it's scary. It'll do kind of 40 miles an hour before you kind of bottle out. But it's vehicle's just steaming up a little bit now with me talking and the camera's heating up. It's just starting to steam up a little bit. It's nowhere near as bad as it gets, nowhere near. Now with the ordinary remote control here is an on-off switch, rotary control. I'll pull over and I'll show you through my glasses how I switch it on. We'll just give it a little bit more time to hopefully steam. Because the other thing is I've got Rain-X on it to kind of stop it steaming up. Doesn't work in very bad conditions at all. doesn't keep the steam away. I'll just pull over here, let these cars go past, because when I set the alert before, right, pull the handbrake on, right, when I set the alert before, you'll see it's just sent me a message to say it's outside the ring fence area. So that's also warning me. Thermo connect alarm. So that's just sent me a message to warn me it's gone out of the ring fenced area. So we'll just go back here, that's knocked off. We'll get going again. Trying to heat the vehicle up. I've not used it for 6 months, and in that time that I haven't used it, of course, I've been going to the fuel station with my Range Rover, I've been eating chocolate bars, I've put on weight, it's cost me a fortune in diesel, and so, you know, I am glad to see it back, especially as it's the weather's getting better. I'm going to switch the heater on now. The way we've done it is, I was going to have 2 hoses going over here with air directed onto the windscreen, but because the Airtop 2000 is so powerful, and I mean it's so hot, or can be if you want it to, we decided to do away with that. And just have the outlet here, the inlet's over here, so it sucks in the warm air too, so it doesn't need warming. You know, you're not constantly sucking cold air in. With the inlet there, you're just recirculating warm air. The switch is there, click on there, I turn that across, that's the heater there, click on. It's just starting up. You can just feel the catalyst that starts warming up, burning the diesel. You should be able to see over here, it'll be drawing current, and it started heating now. It's also charging the leisure battery. Charging, and then down here you can just see it over there, and you can probably hear it now. Can you see it there? That's it there. Just take you through Preston here, through this shortcut. So it's absolutely toasty in here. It really is toasty. Click on there. Turn it right up. Now listen. It's blasting out. You can also increase the fan. I can do it from my phone, but I don't want to touch my phone, obviously. It's a perfect, quite expensive, but it'll pay for itself in no time. We've been using this without using 40 and 50 quid's worth of fuel a week. only uses a minute amount of diesel to heat the car up, and it's just, you know, this is all you need. This is all you need. Look at all these cars here. You know, I mean, it's just, look at them, all stopped, all using petrol and diesel, all contributing to greenhouse gases, and this is in town. I mean, if you're on a motorway and you're just flying along in your diesel or petrol, fair enough, but don't tell me about, you know, buying an EV that's got a massive EV that's got aircon and so on. I mean, that's just stupid. The heater's a bit of overkill, but if I could do without it, I would do without it. But as I've said before, the Ami is undrivable when it's raining, when it's steamed up. It's impossible to drive. You've got that like that, you put that like so, you've got rain on that surface, rain on this surface, and rain on the outside of this glass. That's where I'm looking, and same there, that's my height. You can't see a thing. And also, of course, when it's cold, you've got like a hell of a draft coming through. Just trying to keep your windows clear, you have to freeze to death as well. So we'll put that down. And that's it. And you can't speed. I love this car, or this quadricycle. Yeah. Chucking heat out. I should be able to stop in a minute and I'll be able to look at my phone, tell you what the temperature is. There you go, we'll pull up over here. Handbrake on, where's my phone? Here we go. What's the temperature? Go back, temperature there. So it's 24 degrees in here now. That's warm enough for anybody, and it's just, it will just keep getting hotter. It's now, let me just see, I'll put video on here. Video 24. So there you go, that's it. It's very, I click on there, see there, I can turn it down like so, set it. That's the receiver for Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and that's it. So I have to say, as I'm absolutely boiling now. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'm too hot. I'm sweltering. Shoo. All right, well, it's been a long time coming, but thanks for watching. If you need any help with anything, any questions, just drop us a line in the comment section. Can't promise I can help, but hopefully. Now it's raining. I wanted it to rain before, and it didn't. But we've got the ideal conditions now for the heater. I'm going to switch it off now. It'll go through the cooling down process. Just working off my leisure battery and not flattening the other battery. And of course, if we'd have wired it up through the ignition, as soon as I turned the ignition off, then it would have just cut the power to the Webasto heater. It wouldn't have gone through the cooling down process, probably overheated it, burnt out the catalyst, and would have just been a nightmare. Love this vehicle. It's absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.